Good.
There you go. Just in case you were not knowing you were being recorded. That's actually a great feature. That's a new. Okay, awesome. So I know there was some discrepancies with the test for test two.
I'm on a Zoom call with my teacher. I'm so sorry, guys.
No, that's, hey, we all got things.
It's life.
It is life. Test three, I have, to my best understanding, is completely in line with the course, but I was thinking that maybe Devin, I wanted to talk to you about something after, and
Sure.
just to sort of make sure it's all in line. However, yeah, so I guess there's questions about the final assignment. Is that I imagine that's where a lot of anxiety is coming in right now. And so because of COVID, you know, when I started teaching this course online, it was very easy to get group members from the class to make a group with you. But now, thanks to Zoom and Google Meet and a lot of these other technologies, we've all become very, I'm sure, used to Zoom meetings by now. If not, you know, a lot of people are. Anyhow, you can team up with other people in the class to make a group. The idea is in Life Skills 1, the goal was to be a part of a group, right? And so in the online, you were experienced the activities, you were a participant in the group. In part 2, or Life Skills Theory, you are learning, you know, the background understanding of how life skills came to be, looking at the different, what components make a life skills lesson and not any kind of life coaching or other sort of session, right? And so you're following that structured framework. And I've broken it down. You know, when I taught the course face to face, you would have one night that was your presentation night, and it would take the 2 to 3 hours to run your group. But considering that would be really lengthy for everybody to do, I've broken it down so you do just, you know, goals, rationale, warm up the first week, and then the next week. So everyone has a 2 to 3 minute video instead of having to sit and watch, you know, 3 hours of presentation in class. So let me just show you the life skills lesson plan again, so I can sort of talk to you about what this might look like.
So Barb,
Yeah.
what we'd be doing every week leading up to the final assignment, that is like our final assignment, it's that topic?
Yeah, so say I picked stress management as my topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so all my 4 videos are basically one day's lesson broken up into mini videos.
Gotcha.
So when you're participating with other people or reviewing, you're not having to sit and watch a 1 hour session or a 2 hour session. You're looking at, you know, a 5-minute clip max. So you might be able to watch 2 people's in a week and sort of give them some feedback on it. But everybody, like, you might choose one topic, and that's going to be your topic for week 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. And so you're preparing one life skills lesson, and then, you know, you can videotape it all in one shot, and then, you know, take the snippets and present it, you know, week by week, or however you want to do it is totally okay with me, because everyone's had to become flexible during COVID, and especially, you know, transferring this to online. So I'm really quite open to however you want to do it. I'm going to share my screen with you just to review the phases of a life skills lesson, so that you, so we're all talking about the same thing here. Okay, so the first week is goals, rationale, warm up. So in that, it's really short, probably your shortest video. You're just going to state what your topic is, and do a little, you know, warm up activity with your group. It could be, you know, a round of telephone. It could be 2 truths and a lie. It could be just some sort of icebreaker to get the group going. And then you're going to state the goals. Why, you know, what are you hoping to achieve in your lesson? And why is it important for people to know how to do? So that first video is just that, an icebreaker and stating the goals and rationale of your topic. And then the next week's video is the stimulus evocation. So a stimulus activity, it sort of gets a minds-on activity to orient the person to the topic. You want to create, you know, a situation where your members are going to feel feelings towards your topic. So if I had stress management, I might do some sort of a timed activity where people are going to feel a little bit of stress. Or I might do a case study, you know, looking at this person as they go through their day. Or you might find a video clip, you know, where the tension builds. Sometimes when we watch movies, they do a really good job of making a scene where you almost feel the stress and the pressure of the person, right? Because they were not managing their time well. And then you give an opportunity for your group. The evocation is just discussion, talking about how they felt during the stimulus activity. So say you presented a video clip of Mr. Bean trying to get to the dentist on time, and he's, you know, brushing his teeth with the windshield wipers going, and he's drinking his coffee, and he's doing all this stuff. And there's some moments in there where you're like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore, right? And then you might pause it and ask people, you know, how does this make you feel? And you'd be surprised that evocation can take 30, 40 minutes because everyone has a connection. They want to talk about their stressful mornings when they, you know, getting your kids in the car, you got one under this arm, one under that arm, you got your coffee in your toes, you know what I mean? And so, you know, so now the importance of stress management, or that was the topic we said, right? Stress management, or was it time management? Anyway, so now it becomes real, right? So now everyone's all minds on and engaged about why that topic is important. So then you go in your objective inquiry, that's week 11's video. And that's where you are gonna, that's your teacher component. So you might do a 5-minute or 6-minute video talking about, you know, doing a Google slideshow or a PowerPoint slideshow of educating your members on the topic. So, you know, here's what, you know, so-and-so says about stress management. Here's why it's important. These are some things that you need to be aware of. These are the health risks of not looking after your stress, right? This is your teacher time. You might teach a new skill, and then skills practice is where you're actually going to give them activities to do. So I might give you if I was doing stress management, I might have you do role play with partner. Here's your situation and scenario. How would you handle it? Trying this new strategy. Or here is, you know, here's a case study. So here's so-and-so, this is their life. What would you have them do if they were in this situation? Uh-oh, somebody's waiting in the waiting room. Hi, I hope you weren't waiting too long. I'm so sorry. I just saw it pop up on the screen that you were waiting. Oh, she's connecting to audio. Well, welcome. You can just jump right in. And then application and evaluation. So application, group members just set a goal for themselves for the day, and they might talk, and then they're going to set it individually and then talk about it. And then your evaluation is talking about how the lesson went. So what was great? What did they like? What are they going to try? You know, it's a lot of talking. These are a lot of talking. So, and again, I hope I've made it clear that each week we're just taking this. Usually you would do this lesson in one evening or one sitting, right? But we're breaking it into its parts so that it's a more manageable time to watch each week.
So obviously the stimulus and the evocation would be together in the video. Okay.
Yep. So hang on, let's just stop. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. And I'm going to go into the content page. So let me just show you the layout for week by week, what videos are what. You know, these are the parts of online. Like I love the online platform, but these are the pieces that really could use a little face-to-face time. Okay. Content, week 10. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen again. Oh, where did you go? I lost you. How irresponsible of me. There you are. Okay. None of these things are what I'm looking for. Why? Why, people? Talking to myself. Actually, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you like a crazy
You
person.
have an audience.
I am sorry.
Can I ask a question while you're looking that up?
Yeah, please.
When I was looking at the discussion posts for like, because I scrolled down to see the future ones, it
Yeah.
says that we're supposed to respond to everybody's video in our group.
No. Okay, so here, great question. Initially, I had it auto-generating groups where it would put you in a group with 2 other people from the course that were signed up. But it doesn't work because sometimes, you know, one person drops out and you know, it's auto-generated at the beginning of the course. So ignore that function, right? And
Okay.
if you only had 2 people in your group, yeah, you would have to respond to them. But
I'm like, it has 13 in the group is what it said. And I'm like, I don't have time to do
sorry.
that.
Okay, I need to fix that instruction.
Okay.
I didn't even see that, so you're ahead of me there.
Well, I was like, because I like to work on stuff ahead of time. And then I'm like, I don't have access to the final video assignment till
No, you
week
can't do that part
10.
yet. Or these courses are designed to be experiential, so week by week. It's more, you know, the
Yeah.
first one's pass fail because you just have to be present. This one has more test quizzes and stuff, but I want the emphasis on those weeks to be, you know, as if we were all together in the moment, even though we can't be. So that's what the video portion sort of creates. Okay, so week 10, you're only doing goals rationale warm up and like introducing your topic. So that's a really short video. Okay. And then in week 11 is stimulus evocation. Week 12 is your objective inquiry. So that's just that week, it's just your teacher time. You're, you know, giving input to your member as if you are the expert. And then week 13 is skills practice. So it'll just be you, you know, if you don't have a group or people willing to do Zoom chat with you, they could even be on and just keep their screens off. I'm fine with that as long as I see you and you, you know, doing your thing. But you can also be you just like acting as if you were speaking to a group as well. I'm fine with that. So if you prefer to just do it yourself and just talk to your computer as if it was your invisible audience, that's totally fine. And then application evaluation, again, another super shorty, just where your group is talking about how the lesson went, what they liked, didn't like, and what they're going to try and take forth from the life skills lesson. So yeah, that covers it there. So again, the whole life skills lesson is just being broken down into smaller parts. So if you want to video it all in one shot and then, you know, then you can be done. And then just segment your videos, that's fine. If you want to present the whole thing every single week and just say, okay, watch this minute to this minute this week and this minute, if you don't know how to splice and edit video, that's okay. You can post the whole session every single week and just say, watch from here to here or here to here, and your second counts. You know what I mean? I'm fine with that. Let me stop sharing. Any questions?
So the final one that's
Yep.
being presented to everybody or just to you? Like who received?
It'll go into the discussion, so it'll be like a thread, and so people can click in and see it. But you know, you can just tell me who your group members are, and you can just pick two people to watch and comment on from the whole group. And then at the end, the lesson plan, it's really just this. Like you'll have to have a lesson plan to even start because you're going to need to know what activities go where. That's just this document that I shared earlier. You can use this even as your template. It's the same assignment. That was the final assignment for life skills practice, right? You're just creating a lesson plan that goes with the presentation that you've segmented into all those videos. So it's really no extra work. It's just so that as I'm watching your videos, I can see what you were trying to achieve there, or what you did achieve. Not trying, you did it. So, and then I like to have them on file. I like to have them because I use some of the activities sometimes when I'm running groups myself, right? And we can create a resource bank for everybody to use going forward, because you'll be surprised what you are able to do just with these 2 courses, right? Like you could actually go out and run a group.
So is it fair to say that if you can do that, are we able to source stuff online and
Yeah,
pull that into our, so if I were to,
absolutely. I do not want you to, you can use the game telephone and say, hey, the game telephone, that's our warm up today. And, you didn't make it. And I don't want you to make anything. I want you to source from what's already out there. There are so many resources. You don't have to create anything yourself. You just have to find the ones that you think are going to make the best activity when you put them all together.
okay,
So if I wanted a
Okay.
stress
So you want us to
management,
include our resources?
nope. You can just say,
Sorry.
got from, don't say I made it, just say I got this from here, but I don't need a actual proper reference page or anything like that. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if you took a quiz from www.stressmanagement.com and it had the little link at the top, as long as I can see where you got it from, that's fine.
okay.
Okay.
Are you feeling better about this? Worse about this? Not better?
Yeah,
Totally
it just seems
disastrous?
like a lot.
Huh? It seems like a lot. Well, the thing is, to create a lesson plan,
Yeah,
we could do one right now in about 10 minutes, and then you would actually just have to create the video of that plan. So I think you'll be surprised at how capable you are of doing it, and you're going to feel really confident about it after you actually get rolling with it. Because, do you have a topic in mind, Devin?
I'm just gonna pull from last semester and actually do a better job instead of like the cut and paste stuff that I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. And
Um,
that's totally fine. I'm fine with that. Darlene, do you have any questions or?
I don't know if this is like how I could tie it in, but I'd like to do one on like challenging thoughts, but I'm not sure what category that would be in, because I find a lot of people need to learn how to challenge what they're thinking,
Yeah,
as like would make them feel so much less stressed and better.
yes. Okay, so challenging your thoughts. That's a perfect topic. And the goals and rationale is just what you said, because stress often comes from those cognitive distortions, right? Where people take a thought and never question it. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true, right? And so, that's an awesome topic. It could do a lot of good. And so,
Okay.
and I think that, my hope is that through watching other people's videos, I mean, who couldn't improve with their stress management or time management? There's always room to improve, right? I love watching these videos and presentations because I learned from you guys. And so it's, when you watch them and you learn different things than you would ordinarily pick for yourself, right? So, I have my go-to topics that interest me, but I also like to watch other ones because sometimes you realize, oh, wow, yeah, I totally do that. And it's, we don't think about things like if we could think about them ourselves, we would have been doing it already. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah,
that's the
that's
nice
true.
thing about life skills, that it's so applicable to everybody.
It's true. Devin, I'm gonna tell you, I think you're gonna do great at this. You're like
thanks.
I said, yeah, because I said that on your introductory video that you're the one, because I don't like being on video, and you're one of the ones that encouraged me to be able to
Yeah,
like do my video. So I know you're nervous. Hopefully we're in the same groups, because I'm looking forward to yours.
it'd be
Yeah,
nice.
and if you guys want to pair up and be in each other's group, then great, do it. But yeah, ignore that random group feature because it never has worked for me, not one time properly. I'll get the group where everybody shows up, or there's one group where there's only one person and the other 3 people never did it, and it's like, oh, that's terrible, right? So
Yeah.
you guys can organize your own groups. I know And you know, if you want to do it just with all outside people, family, friends, that's fine too. No problemo.
When you're talking about the group feature, was that like in a tab and that
It was
typical-
like, it just takes, I don't know how it looks for you. I know how it looks for me. So it just takes the class list and auto-generated groups of, I don't
Okay.
know how many it was. But yeah, no, just ignore that part. And I'm
Okay.
gonna put that in the news feed because that's really important information. And hopefully everyone watches this and gets something good from it. So
yeah.
I'm thankful that you guys were available to meet.
Sir. Trying to see. I've got scribbly notes here, things
So do I.
of where I the testing. Are we talking about that here or
Start test. Oh, yeah. Hang on one sec. I'm just going to. I'm just going to